Listen, this call's about business.
All right, we're back. Touching Base podcast coming to you live from Austin, Texas. My name's Will DeFreeze. To my left, David, the dunk man from Duncanville. Rough.
No one has ever called me that, but I appreciate that. It's very nice of you. I'm going to start off the show today with a new segment I've been workshopping. It's Dave's Moment of Gratitude. I just want to say to the young lady or young man who sent me this vintage Slinky. Of course, you'll know Slinky as the original walking spring toy. Thank you. I'm going to keep it right here in the box so I can resell it, of course. But it's going to stay right here this entire show. So shout out to you.
You're going to resell the Slinky that a listener sent you.
I'm going to flip it. Let's say flip.
Okay.
If you're not flipping vintage Slinkies, what are you doing?
You can tell he really loves it because he's playing with it. Not.
Speaking of playing with it, Dylan Shivery, ladies and gentlemen.
I also got a gift the other day. It's a mug that I'm for some reason I'm not using yet, but I will soon. It is a mug that has the state of Alabama on it, and then over certain cities there are characters that I think they're like people from memes. I don't really know what's going on. So if you sent that to me, please explain.
Yeah, you were getting called out in the DMs of the Circling Back account. It's an account. I'm not sure what that actually is.
I'm not getting something. I'm like, anyway.
I think I know what it is. I think it's a punishment for interrupting my moment of gratitude. You're kind of trying to piggyback off mine. You don't even have it in front of you. Go get it.
I just acknowledged that. Yeah.
Did you bring it home?
I dropped Parks off today for his first day of third grade, and just a dad moment. Kid's growing up, handsome as ever, good kid. But man, third grade already? Where's the time going?
I got to tell you, man, third grade, maybe closer to fourth, but that's when the kids found cigarettes. So
Really?
Just saying, now it's probably vape now, probably Zen.
I actually got him.
Yeah, is your son zinning yet?
I got him one of those Escobars, those vape pens that everyone's using, because I don't want to smoke.
I thought they were elf bars.
Escobars.
I've got a big bag full for Halloween.
Is that why they call you Little Esco?
Yeah. Very happy to be here.
I'd be remiss to not introduce today our producer, Micah Weiner. Micah, pleasure to see you.
Hello.
How are we doing today?
Tremendously. It is Monday. It's the best day of the week. It's great to be with you guys.
Micah.
Are you one of those Monday's the best day of the week, Tuesday's the worst day of the week people? Are you anti-Tuesday?
Yeah, actually. I mean, if you want to rank the days, I could do it. Monday is obviously number one. You get ahead of the competition. You're killing everybody else out there because you're ready to rock. Friday, the second best day because you made it.
Slamming your
Your
laptop
list
shut.
stinks.
Dude,
Your
Thursday-
list just
hell yeah.
absolutely stinks.
Thursday, and just like your friends, Dylan, it almost Friday. It feels good.
Oh,
And, hump day is pretty good because you get to noon. You're like, all right, we're halfway there. That's how it works. And Tuesday, by default, becomes the worst day of the week. But it's great to be here on the best day of the week with you guys.
so you're not including the weekend, like Saturday, Sunday?
No, just the
Okay.
work week.
I know that you're always a fan of National Margarita Day, probably National Tequila Day as well. And so being that today is August 14th, I thought I'd look up what day it is. Does anyone know prior what day this is?
Oh, National Pina Colada Day.
No, you're actually not that far off.
Is it National Micah's bachelor party was 2 years ago day?
No. Micah, do you have any guesses on what National Food Day it is?
I don't.
It's National Creamsicle Day. Shout out to all the creamsicles out there.
Man, I love a good creamsicle. Those are
Underrated.
good.
I haven't had one in a long time.
It's a throwback dessert for me. I haven't had one in so long. Do you have some for us?
I don't even think I've ever had like an absolute creamsicle before. We didn't have you know this. We didn't have an ice cream truck that rolled through town when I was younger, so I didn't get those like stock things that most kids had.
Well, you missed out, man. They're pretty damn good.
Dude, I know.
The
I know.
dreamsicle, like the orange one. Ooh wee! That, my friend, is a dessert.
Micah's more of a hammer and sickle guy. Noted left winger.
Micah, man, gosh, look at this guy, just fucking doing it.
What? Okay. How's producer Micah doing today?
He's-
Are you okay? You all right?
He looks
I'm
good back
good.
there.
I don't
Okay.
like being called a socialist. I
God,
don't
yes.
appreciate that, David. You know that not to be true, but
So you're going to take this moment to say that you are not a socialist.
yeah, just for the record,
Okay.
let the record show I'm
Micah,
not a fan of
not-
socialism.
Not into socialism.
Famously not a socialist.
Okay, that's cool.
He's a classical liberal.
You're getting closer.
Okay. I'm just saying. I support him in whatever he does.
just happy.
Like
He's here.
whatever though.
Well, there's some things I wouldn't support, but most of the things.
Would you go to a professional pickleball match with Micah?
You know where I stand on pickleball. Fun hobby. Don't know the longevity of it.
Socialist Micah's been playing sickleball.
America's fastest growing sport.
It
I
is.
still
Are
don't
you really-
believe it. I think big pickleball is. I think they're gassing the numbers.
I don't know, man.
There's big money. in it.
Everyone is doing.
I think
except for
there's-
us.
I
That's
think
what big
Saudi,
pickleball wants you to be saying on your podcast.
There's Saudi money in pickleball. I think.
Do
Or
they
there
have?
will be.
Does Saudi have a team?
No, but they will. I think they're just sprinkling a little bit just to see what's up.
I haven't talked to anyone who's played it and didn't like it. That's the thing about it.
Yeah, but I like. Okay.
What about that young lady who called in last week? She's a 3.5. I don't know what that means.
She explained it. I don't remember what it said. Sorry.
Do you know
That
your?
is-
She's a good player.
That's the duper system.
Oh,
DUPR.
Is that like Dude Perfect?
Not exactly.
Shout out
Two
to
and a
Tyler.
half is beginner.
In his
2.5
rotator
to 3 is like intermediate.
where are you
3
coming
and
in
a
at?
half to 4 is a really good player. 4+ is
What's producer Micah?
I think I'm probably around a 3,
So she
uh,
could run you probably.
perhaps.
So our 5'11" backer would
She's
just be
tall, too.
wiping the court with Micah.
She's
I
got that
haven't-
reach.
I have, truthfully, in the interest of full disclosure, I have not played in a while. The last time I played, I sustained an injury, a calf strain.
I don't know why
Much
I laughed.
like-
Why are you laughing?
I don't know why that made me laugh. It's
Much
not
like
funny.
the calf strain that Joe Burrow had. I'm sure you guys have seen the video.
Also, Dan Regester.
It's a really demoralizing. It really hurt me
We're getting
as
older.
a human. Yeah, that was the problem. I felt a lot of shame.
It's a
and
fast
oldness.
twitch sport.
Plus, your calves are no joke. So if you get a strain in that bad boy,
Yeah, it
it's
felt
got
like Velcro just.
Ooh.
And the worst part is I was playing with my wife and she thought I just had a Charlie horse. She was like, "Get up."
If you guys
You're
are
a bitch.
unfamiliar with Micah's build, and you shouldn't be by at this point, his legs are really
Yeah.
something to behold.
You
Hottest,
sit in that chair, you're getting objectified.
waist down, hottest guy in Texas.
Thank you.
You
You're
put
welcome.
those calves with that guy, our other producer.
Problem.
That guy's
Oh yeah, the wagon that Randy has.
I'm unfamiliar with your backside, actually. Now that I think about
It's
it,
flat. There's not
Okay.
a lot there. Yeah, it's
All right, I'm gonna say thigh down, hottest guy in Texas. Is that fair?
Sure,
he's the battle-toed bad boy.
Yeah.
of course.
Not that there's anything wrong with everything above that. I'm just saying
I know,
it's
none
not the
taken.
hottest.
Sure.
That's all.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. It's not like number one.
It's not an easy show to
Stick.
produce.
Yeah, I mean, I've been doing this show now for what, 6 years,
Uh-huh.
7 years.
Uh-huh.
Wow, it's been a long time. Yeah,
Yeah.
since 2016.
I mean, touching base never stops.
No,
No.
we've been. God, how many episodes is this by now? Just
A lot.
thousands,
Yeah, many.
thousands of episodes.
Stop keeping track.
I think, we're
Episode
hitting,
100 with Mia Khalifa, though.
I think we're hitting our stride.
Oh, that was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
It
was.
feels like forever.
Is that the
ago.
only live show we ever did?
No, we did one. We did one
Brunch.
at Saved by the Brunch. We should do another Saved by the Brunch.
we should.
Y'all also recorded at the Chump to Champ.
Well, that was we were calling the bout.
Yeah, I wasn't there
was
for
a
that.
podcast before. I think Ross was involved though too. It might have been a backdoor cover situation because we kept sending guests in and out.
Remember when I did Tug of War with Dan and we just got run?
Thankfully, I did not. I never saw that.
It's good. It would have been demoralizing. You probably would have like not come out for your fight. You'd have been so embarrassed. It was bad.
Yeah.
I
Let's
got ragdolled.
Let's get Big T-shirt Matt to set up another like live episode recording or something.
I would like that.
Yeah.
Do we have anything to celebrate coming up?
Just life.
Like our 10,000th episode or anything
I
like
don't
that?
know. We always have that ad deal with like ACL. Should we just like do it before that or something?
Maybe we can get Avion to sponsor it.
Ooh, Micah, Avion one.
I wish maybe we could get Marty back on the show.
No one remembers Marty.
I don't
okay?
have no idea
I'll
who Marty
never
is.
forget Marty.
Marty was electric.
Mar-
if you
you
happen
know,
to be
Marty-
one of the 100 people who knows who he is.
Yeah, he's a part of my my professional LinkedIn network. He now works at, or well, he did work at Mr. Black, the coffee.
Oh
liquor.
yeah, that's my favorite way to make an espresso martini.
Yeah. Shouts to Marty.
That's sick.
That is such a random poll. Didn't he only do Dudes Doing Business? Or did he do?
I don't recall. I don't
Whatever.
think he was ever a part of the show. We just fantasized about how well he obviously did
Yeah.
in life.
We're just trying to live vicariously through this guy we'll never see again.
Yeah, Marty.
Shout out to them, though.
I was having a Guns and Oil the other night, and I was thinking about
Okay.
What were you thinking
This is
about?
just a lot of deep ones.
Thinking about
some
content.
of the former guests we've had on this podcast. It's
Yeah.
fun. It's a fun trip down memory lane.
Thinking
You
about a
start to
mic
just-
check.
Wes and Dill.
It's a good one. That's a good mic check.
What's that shithead golfer we interviewed?
We had Smiley Kaufman at one point.
John Peterson.
Yeah, but we
Peterson,
had Smiley at one.
We had
point.
Smiley.
We had Smiley at one
I
point.
have no recollection of that. It's embarrassing.
Yeah. Well, you were on a lot of substances at that point, right?
It was on a lot of creatine.
You were just so hopped up on creatine that you were just blacked out at work.
Yeah. That's my problem, dude. Little creatine, little glutamine, sprinkle in some NOS. I was in trouble. But I made it through.
I go pretty hard at the gym when like Illmatic comes on too.
Yeah. Hey, Wes and Dill, somebody called in. I didn't play the call, but said they talked to Wes or Dill. And they asked him like, "Hey, do you remember this? You did this show like 5 years ago."
Mm-hmm.
It's like, man, no, it was a crazy time. I don't remember much from that time.
They were
That makes
they were
sense.
probably the ones under a lot of substances at that time.
Electric interview, though.
Really good.
Really good guest. Very
Yeah.
engaged in the conversation.
I didn't think it through. I should have named Fritz Wes. Then if we have a boy, I could have named the other one Dill.
That would have been sick.
Dill DeFreeze?
Dill DeFreeze, dude.
That song is still
I
catchy.
don't know about that.
It's still like low key catchy. Jordan Belfort.
Would you get it if it was a song on a game show that you had to guess the song of? Like, would you get there?
That one I could get
Okay.
because I celebrate their entire catalog, which consists of exactly one song.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Hey, we got some official business to get out of the way. Do you guys mind if I get this official business out of the way?
please.
Okay, first and foremost, we have a very important Patreon episode tomorrow. It's called Exactly 5 Minutes. And we need you, the patrons, to go on to our Instagram story. And we need you to submit some prompts for us so that we can fill out the spreadsheet that we're going to randomly select our prompts from and then talk about them for exactly 5 minutes. It's called Exactly 5 Minutes.
Can we do like 6 minutes on a topic?
Nope. It's exactly 5 minutes.
No, don't even try to do 5 minutes, 1 second, because Will tell you to shut
Mhm.
your
Yeah,
mouth.
he'll be very
Your
rude
pretty
about
little
it,
mouth.
actually.
Shut
No,
it.
no. I was only rude after one episode, and then like 2 listeners shamed me, and I completely changed the way I behaved out of the vocal minority.
You
That was
can't let the
me.
listeners do
I'm a
that to you.
burner.
Don't let them bully you into changing.
I
how
don't
you
anymore,
do
dog.
things.
I don't anymore.
Bully them right back.
That seems unnecessary.
Will's playing bully ball.
No, they pay for our Patreon. I'm not going to bully them back. They're allowed to bully me for $5 a month. That's what I do. We also have voicemails on
You're such a
Thursday.
pay pig.
I'm yeah. 888-618-4422.
Reverse pay pig, I suppose. Sorry. I talked right over that.
888-618-4422. Get in, get out. Be tactical. I don't fucking know. Should we just do
What?
What?
I don't know. What don't you know? You're doing great.
What? So I got some big news.
Okay.
I'm no longer signed up for numerous Peacock accounts.
Oh my gosh.
And want to know why? Rocket money.
Rocket money.
As you guys know, the EPL season started. Mikey, you're a big footy fan, and I decided to check in on some EPL action. And I was like, I forget my Peacock password. And then my wife and I started talking. We were like, hold on, what's going on? Do we have 2 Peacock accounts? Logged into Rocket Money, did the little thing, figured it out. They caught it. Boom. 2 Peacock accounts, double paying. Why am I double paying for subscriptions when I shouldn't be? Why?
No one should be.
No
You're
one
just
should.
throwing money in the trash if you don't use this. That's what you're trying to tell me.
Want to hear a stat that blew my mind when I found out?
Yeah.
You know, over 80% of people have subscriptions they've forgotten about. 80%. That means if you're out there and you have like the total control over your subscriptions, you're one of 5 people around you that has that.
Hand up. I'm in the 80%.
Me too.
Facts.
Or
We
I
are the
was until
80%.
Rocket Money.
Facts.
Let's go. We got to stick together.
Yep. There's so many free trials that you probably have never canceled, and that's why I'm such a big fan of Rocket Money. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that finds and cancels your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps you lower your bills all in one place. Most people think they're spending about $80 a month on subscriptions, and I got news for you. Much closer to 200, my friends. Much closer to 200. When you're signed up for so many things like streaming services that you use to watch one show, free trials for a delivery service that you don't use anymore, it's just easy to lose track of what you're paying for. And with Rocket Money, you can easily cancel the ones you don't want with just the press of a button. No more long hold times or annoying emails with customer service. Rocket Money does all the work for you. I did it myself. Just went in, clicked around a little bit, said, hey, please cancel this for me. They gave me updates. Hey, we're working on it.
I'm proud that you
Hey, we
figured
got
all
done.
that out.
Rocket Money also helps you monitor your expenses all in one place, recommends you custom budgets based on your past spending, and they even send you notifications when you've reached your spending limits. They even hit me with a Monday email that sometimes, I don't want to confront my finances on a Monday, but it's important that I do. And I say to myself, you know what? Thank you, Rocket Money, for helping me do this. Stop wasting money on things you don't use. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions and manage your money the easy way by going to rocketmoney.com/circling. That's rocketmoney.com/circling. It's time to recap this weekend in fun. Dylan, what'd you get into, my man?
Ooh, thanks for asking, Will.
Wait, hang on. I should be
Oh.
playing the music, right?
Do you
Cue it up.
have it on the soundboard? Can you just do it?
Micah, be a producer for once in your life and cue it the fuck up.
Do it in post, bro.
I guess we'll have to do it in post.
Oh my God.
Dave, the no fun lawyer, said we couldn't play play the
Okay.
music anymore.
You are the
This
no
one's
fun
on
lawyer.
You,
You
Dave.
can quietly
They
sing
call,
it.
you're the
in mic,
NFL, dude.
I mean, I can sing it.
and then
No
I'll just
fun
speak
lawyer.
over.
That's the power of love.
Ding, 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 ding,
Shouts to Huey and the news.
ding, ding. Power, love.
I will
hilliest
keep.
thing.
I will keep my weekend
Sorry.
of fun short. It was all about movies for me. I took Parks to see the Meg 2
Damn,
on
was your
Saturday.
weekend a movie?
It was. The Meg 2. Parks loved it. All right.
I didn't even know there was a Meg 1.
Do you know what it's about?
No.
It's about megalodons.
Word.
The
I thought it was
big-
about a chick named Meg.
The very giant prehistoric shark.
Meg 2, The Trench.
The trench. Yeah. It's
Jason
got
Statham.
a little like Sharknado in it. It's kind of like that kind of movie, but it's taken a little bit more seriously than that. It was entertaining. He loved it, man. I'll tell you what though, for a PG-13 movie, a preview they showed before the movie started was for the new Exorcist.
That looks terrifying.
Holy shit. They probably shouldn't be showing that in a movie that like kids are there to go see because Parks was absolutely he had to cover his eyes. It looks like the scariest movie of all time.
Yeah, I caught that preview before Oppenheimer, and I was like, don't want to see that.
It looks very scary.
There was
Anyway,
a time in my life, but now it's not that
I'll probably
time.
see it. Comes out mid-October. Tobes.
Demonic possession.
Halloween time.
Things
Halloween
of that
time.
nature.
Spooky season. Have you ever heard of spooky season? Idiot.
Surely
Also-
he's heard of it. He's been a part of it.
Also, I'm kind of on a classic movie grind right now. 2 movies I watched over the weekend. One, Casablanca, 1942 or 43.
Never seen it.
The other one, Citizen Kane,
Yeah.
which many think is the greatest movie ever made. I'm not saying I say that. People say that, so I wanted to watch it.
I thought you were a
Interesting.
bigger fan of the prequel.
What's that called, Will?
Coke. Kane.
Ah, yes.
Boy, that
Because I do cocaine.
is high level
Because
broadcasting.
I'm a cocaine guy, as everybody
That's
knows.
right.
Anyway,
You
I'm
are.
on my classic. If y'all got some good classics you want to throw my way,
What's your review of Casablanca?
I enjoyed Casablanca more than I enjoyed Citizen Kane.
Have you
Humphrey Bogart.
have you ever thought of dipping into any French noir films?
Micah, can you recommend?
I certainly could.
Okay. Okay, go ahead.
All right. But I'm not going.
Now isn't the time.
You've never seen a single
No,
one.
let him
You're
get into
such
his
a liar.
letterbox. Let him get into his letterbox.
He's such a liar when it
Look,
comes to that
I've got
shit.
a list. I need to pull it up.
Oh,
It's
okay.
on my other computer.
Have you seen Casablanca?
I have.
Did you like it?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. It's that's my first foray into like really old movies, and it's just it's a different experience.
It
You
is.
got to be like in the mindset for it.
Yeah. I find myself spending a lot of time saying, wow, how did they do that in 1942?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
It's an excellent
Good
piece
special
of filmmaking.
effects.
Some good takeaways from each movie, I would say.
Of all the gin joints
Mm-hmm.
in all the
That's from Casablanca.
towns in the world,
Yeah, there are some classic lines from that movie. Like this is the beginning of a beautiful relationship. That's the last line of the movie. I didn't know that.
Isn't it friendship?
Spoiler alert.
Is it beautiful relationship or beautiful friendship?
I don't know.
It doesn't matter.
Either way, anyway, you've heard it.
Sure.
That's what it's from.
That's a fave around the Rough household.
It's interesting because it was made during World War II, like, and there's some commentary on it, and it's a bold movie to put out during that time. It's good.
Okay.
Yeah, check it out. Casablanca before Citizen Kane. Anyway, that was my weekend in movies.
What'd that boy get into?
You know, that's interesting. I too have had a movie renaissance. I think going to see Oppenheimer kind of made me be like, dude, I got to start watching more movies. It's hard to watch movies with when you have a 2.5-year-old because you don't often get to commandeer the TV. But Friday night has become a de facto movie night. So 2 Fridays ago, I did Dunkirk, Christopher Nolan. Enjoyed it. Might have zoned out a little bit thanks to, I don't know, something I took before I watched it.
LSD.
Yeah. Still really good. Don't advise doing LSD before watching Dunkirk. You may be surprised to know it doesn't pair well with World War I. So
Yeah, I haven't seen that one. I kind of want to.
Friday night, I did the new Guardians of the Galaxy. Finally did it. And I enjoyed it. Normally, Randy and I would do a little banter on this. But I was texting him
Who
throughout
the
it.
fuck is Randy?
He's you know.
Is that dude that we
We
met?
met him
We
in
already talked about
Chicago.
his
at the douchebag bar crawl?
Yeah, in Chicago.
Yeah.
The one with the thick ass.
We talked about his don't truck ass a minute ago.
Yeah.
Guardians, good. Not the best Guardians, but it was fun. It was fun. Saturday, hung out with the family, maybe snuck a little gym action in. Went to dinner with our mutual friend. We went and we hit Kanji again. And it was delightful. And then we hit Deep Eddy for a post-game beer. And it was fine. It was great.
We went cross town for that.
Yeah.
It's way too far
Just
for
cut
a
straight across
post-dinner
town.
beer. I didn't even think about that. That's so far for a post-dinner
What are y'all
beer.
doing?
Well, we honestly thought you were going to be a part of it. So
David.
we kind of planned on it.
David, I took Benadryl and I went to bed at 9:15 on Saturday.
Damn, player.
Yeah.
Or-
You cut straight through down. I mean, what was the route? I mean, how long did it take?
I don't know, dude. I was still feeling the LSD. I have no clue what happened.
Okay.
It may not have we may not have gone anywhere. I
You
might
just
have
imagined it?
This might be just dream state Dave.
And if only there were like places to have beers nearby Kanji.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, no, they're not.
No bars.
We
It's not.
were feeling Deep Eddy. So, you know what? We went to Deep Eddy, actually got a spot at the bar.
I always feel deep at it. I freaking love
Me too,
that
man.
place,
Just feel safe there.
Great.
Played golf yesterday. And yeah, one of the most bizarre rounds of golf in that I lost 0 golf balls. I did not break 90. So that's a testament to my putting or lack thereof.
Where'd you play? What course you hit?
Spanish.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Yeah. I didn't lose a single golf ball. And I played so bad. It's so embarrassing. I'm embarrassed to even be on the course right now. I can't wait till this Muggsy video drops because everybody can see. I got some bad things going on. Some bad swing thoughts. Might have been the LSD from Friday still in my system. That's how I'm gonna put that in the Gin app, like little parentheses.
Are you okay?
What's your handicap sitting at right now?
11.8.
Let me log into the gin. I'll let you know.
Of all the gin apps in the world.
11.
Yeah, I wasn't lying. Got it down to an 8 like a couple years ago, but here we are. And that concludes my weekend in fun.
I don't actually have the gin app, Dave.
I know.
That was a bit I do about
I know. It's not your thing.
Wish Callaway #Chad will hook us up with some new clubs as he is employed at Callaway.
If Dude Perfect ever launches a line of golf clubs.
What do you mean? Why? He works for Callaway.
Oh, we're doing like a whole time. Okay. That's a good point.
What are you talking about?
Have you guys seen the new Gen 6 clubs from PXG?
Of all the Gen 6 clubs in all the world.
I don't think it's a coincidence that PXG's clubs sound like Gen 6.
Oh, okay. Okay. Did you like my...
You're saying they were there that day?
It's like my Casablanca thing I did?
I don't know. Does it change things if they were storming the Capitol with golf clubs?
The guy who does the voiceovers might have been there.
It's possible.
Just
The guy in the commercial with the golf club where he's screaming. What kind of club is that, Micah? You sent this video to me the other day.
Oh, you're talking about that?
Oh, that driver video. I
the
really
rocket?
don't know.
What was it?
It's a great video.
That's a really good one.
Yeah, we posted on the PGP account at one point.
He's like in the Grand Canyon just hitting 400-yard drives.
Uh-huh.
Just straight up boomstick.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna kill me that I can't remember the name of this.
I think it was called The Pipe.
I don't think it was the pipe.
I think it was.
Why are you playing, dude? You're gonna hurt yourself playing golf in plus 100-degree weather. You know that, right? Like you gotta be careful, Dave.
Yeah, I just the timing worked out. I haven't played in a few weeks, and I finally got a chance to play. And my wife was nice enough to be like, "Yeah, go on, get out of here." I think she wanted me out of the house. She's like, "No, stay longer."
I didn't do shit this weekend. Finish the bear. Honestly, to everyone out there who talks about, I'm so fucking sick of this tweet. I'm so fucking sick of seeing this tweet that if the bear came out weekly, it would be just as talked about as Succession or whatever other show you're talking about. No, it wouldn't be. It's an FX show. The show was really good. The acting was really good. But now that I've finished season whatever it is, 2, I'm really tired of hearing about how this show's the greatest show of all time from all you people out there.
Are people really saying that?
Yes.
Will's got his take.
There are
can.
so many dudes out there who
Locked
are
and
acting like
loaded.
the bear is like the greatest thing to happen to television. Is the Christmas episode good? Yes. It's also too stressful. Is the episode after it way better than the Christmas episode? Also yes, Dave.
Damn, son.
I feel like this is like
Wasn't
one
ready.
person had
This
this
has been
tweet.
bubbling up inside me. There's so many people tweeting about how if it came out every week, it'd be as big as like Succession was. No, it's still on FX. It's still not going to be the most popular show of all time because it's not an HBO show.
You had your take.
Why is
can,
FX
just-
catching strays?
I like FX, but they're not maybe it's their marketing department that's the issue because they are putting out some very high level programming. Dave, this television show, not the guy next to me.
Not him.
We were on that cruise with him.
Yeah, that was very not that long.
Yeah, it's when we
ago.
started this podcast. That's the reason we started the podcast.
Yeah,
When we started this, we didn't realize. Yeah.
LD.
Yeah.
He's our friend, Mr. Leftward Sloping Penis, aka.
I think the Forks episode might be the best episode of television I've seen in a few years.
I think that episode deserves the praise that it got. I don't think the Christmas episode deserves the praise that it got. That's my take.
Can I correct something real quick?
What?
No, fine.
Bob Parsons, the guy who owns PXG,
Mhm.
did not storm the Capitol
Okay.
on January
Thank
6th.
you
In
for
fact,
that note.
he did vote for Trump, but he's no longer a fan. And quote, I changed with the insurrection. So, in fact, the insurrection, he was not a part of it, I suppose, but it led to him no longer.
That's where he drew
following
the
that
line.
president.
There you go.
That's where he drew the line.
He's like, you know what?
I
Nah,
draw the line.
I got to draw a line in this sand bunker.
So shouts to the GoDaddy guy.
Is that him?
Dude, I don't like
yeah,
it.
yeah, that's how
I don't
he-
like it when you
that's how he
make
got all his
contact
money.
with me when we're recording.
Will doesn't like when I touch him.
Yeah.
Fuck's this guy's problem.
Yeah, I just like it throws me off when I get touched in the office.
Do you like being touched elsewhere?
Yeah,
I like touching base.
I do. I'm touching all those bases, bitch.
Mm.
I don't know.
I'm glad you looked that up. That's a good correction.
Way to go, Micah. Producing your little thing off.
He
back
was all
there.
in until that happened. He's like, you know what? A little too much heat. I got this company. I'm running this golf thing. Oh man, that was sad.
What are you doing?
What are you
We
doing?
don't have the same
What are you
trash
doing,
back
there.
dude? Put
What
the
are
taco
you
shells
doing?
away. Put the taco
God.
shells away.
Okay.
You're so annoying.
That seems super unnecessary.
Okay.
What are
can
you
we,
doing?
Can we just do a Squarespace
Micah,
read or something? Can we
hold
talk
on.
about one of my favorite companies of all time?
Hit the Rogan bell.
Ding ding. What's Rogan up to?
There is definitely a bell
There's a
somewhere
bell.
over there.
Yeah, it's down below. Rogan. There,
There
you go.
it
There
is.
we go.
Thank
Okay.
you. Okay. Are you done, Micah? Are you done taking the spotlight?
Sure.
Squarespace. It's a space that is square. Technically, it's kind of a rectangle because it's probably on like your computer or your tablet or something.
Okay.
Are you guys familiar with Squarespace?
Yeah.
Very much.
Today's episode is brought to you by our friends over at Squarespace. Squarespace is the all-in-one website platform for entrepreneurs to stand out and succeed online. So whether you're starting out or managing a growing brand, Squarespace makes it easy to create a beautiful website, engage with your audience, or sell anything from products to content to time, all in one place, all on your terms. I absolutely love Squarespace. I've said it before and I'll say it again. These guys, they're great. It's easy to create a website. It's easy to maintain a website. It's easy to use that website for whatever you need to use it for. You can collect emails, so you can send out email blasts to all the homies out there, letting them know that you're just building things. You're linking. You're building. You're linking and building.
It's very user friendly. I remember I had to use it once, and I was unfamiliar with it. You gave me a 30-second tutorial, and everything just kind of made sense. So I was like, all right, I got it from here.
One of my favorite things about this Squarespace is that you can just kind of choose a template, and it's so customizable that even though you're choosing a template, you're not just like handcuffed to it. And they also have so many different fonts and colors and just design aspects of it that you always have a current looking website, which for so many people out there, having a current looking website is usually a difficult thing. It looks wonderful. It's easy to use. Go make it happen. Head over to squarespace.com/steam. And when you're ready to launch, go to that same URL, squarespace.com/steam, to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Again, squarespace.com for your free trial. When you're ready to launch, hit squarespace.com/steam for 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. We had some big news this weekend.
I feel like so much has happened since we were in the studio last.
It was a very online weekend. The MFers not real lady.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah. Tiffany Gomez.
She has spoken.
Oklahoma State grad.
As the only one allowed to say it, can I just say what everyone wants to say? She's bad.
What do you mean, like her
Bad.
behavior on a plane? Certainly.
No, she's bad.
I don't even blame her for her behavior on the plane at this point. It sounds like she saw a lizard person, right?
Well, Will, I'd love to know, even though her video gave us nothing. More of like a, hey, guys, this is a bad moment for me.
Is part of you like glad that she's alive and that she's not just like held somewhere
Can I
by the government for seeing lizard people?
If you believe this is really her.
Can I ask a content question, just like adjacent to this story? Why would TMZ think they can just watermark this video? It's like an exclusive TMZ video.
She might have given it to them first and then put it on her own after.
You would have thrown the sailboat on it.
Yeah.
But really?
Come on, man.
I'm not positive that they didn't have it first.
Okay. They
Harvey
found her.
I saw the
found her.
TMZ video way before I saw a video from
Okay.
her personal socials.
They didn't get that exclusive, though.
By the way, that Instagram's public.
Oh, yeah? What's the at,
Let's
Dave?
pretend there's an at. Like, what would it be?
She should be a bombshell
I
on
don't
Love Island
know.
USA.
I'm not going to go look
She's-
at my recent searches. Tiffany Gomez.
She's attractive.
Gomas.
Do you think, is she married? Are her DMs absolutely popping?
To the game.
I don't know if she would claim that.
Let's see if anybody in this room follows it. There's one. Okay. I'm about to call somebody out, and he's not going to be here to defend himself, and he might beat the shit out of me. But shout out to Harbs.
Surprised
for
Brett doesn't
following.
follow.
Maybe Harbs knows her. I don't know.
Our
Okay.
friend, Big Content Guy, is a big fan.
Yeah.
He found a tweet that he retweeted, had some comments for. It was a previous video of her walking through the airport saying there's a bomb on the plane. And he was focused on something other than what she was saying.
In her explanation video, she just says she's sorry for her behavior, but I want to know what the hell
she gave us nothing, which
she
is
gave-
kind of a genius play. Because
What-
now we're wanting
Dude, I think
more.
she's been paid off by the
I
government.
want to know what she was.
I think
like,
she saw a lizard person, and I think the government paid her off to say that she didn't see anything, and now they're just trying to do a campaign.
Will, to piggyback off of last week's confusingly named Touching Based,
Uh-huh.
maybe she got Mick Ultra'd.
She could have gotten Mick Ultra.
You never know.
Maybe she was doing LSD at a dead show, and she got swayed into thinking that there might be a bomb on the plane.
That's fair. And Dylan, the bomb video you're referencing is from police body cam footage that's been released, where she
I didn't watch it, but I saw that it was out.
Weren't you saying that you would love to see a cam of her body?
I don't
Wasn't
remember.
that what you were
Alright.
saying?
I don't remember saying that.
that what Dylan was saying?
She's attractive, man. It's true.
Can I hop in here?
Yeah.
Of course, Micah.
Why wouldn't you just hop on and say, I took one too many Xanaxes and the third glass of Chardonnay was a mistake?
I don't think she
I'm
took
sorry.
Xanax though, because I think if she took Xanax, she would have been like way more loopy. She was ready to go.
she probably took a 6 milligrams in.
Her video just makes you think she's crazier than I thought before watching it, because she didn't address it at all.
It's
Dude,
yeah, I don't like it.
she has a gag order from the CIA.
A what order?
Dude, chill, dog. You're so
Yeah, now
H
you made
right
it
now.
weird.
No, I'm just wondering what you meant.
Oh my gosh, dude.
You fucking-
Stop.
She I can tell the one cop. Okay, so one of the cops says, "I can tell you're having a bad day. We're not trying to make it any worse." To which she responded, "My dad's a cop. Fuck you, dude.
Love that.
Fuck yeah."
Love that. If my
Energy.
dad was a cop and someone tried to pull the cop card on me, I'd definitely say, "Fuck you, my dad's a cop."
Yeah.
My dad's not a cop.
Do you think her dad is a cop?
Yeah, she wouldn't lie.
That's just a weird
Yeah,
flex.
she's never said anything untrue.
No, why would she lie?
True to her. Maybe she thought in that moment she did have a police. Maybe she was still feeling the effects of LSD like some of us.
I think I read an article like after she was identified that says she already does pretty well for herself professionally, but OnlyFans is the obvious like gold mine waiting for her here, right?
Well, what's going to be the
This guy's
first?
deal.
Yeah, I mean,
I was gonna say, like, a
I'm glad you're
Substack
putting that in
blog,
the world
but
for
You go
Oh,
horny
like
off,
y'all weren't
bro.
thinking
Do
it.
we really just objectify every woman that comes on our internet radar?
Sometimes
The internet does.
One of us does.
Sometimes, yeah. No, like
I think I'm excited to see what media outlet she goes to first in order to tell her story.
what about Wash Media?
She's not going to come here first. I've had 2 people say like you should get her. She's above
She's
our
too
pay
big.
grade at this point.
Thought about DMing her, and then I was like, I don't want to get exposed for DMing her.
I just DM'd her.
DM'd her. DM her.
okay.
I said, "Hey Tiff."
No, you,
You
didn't.
shouldn't say Tiff.
I said, "Hey Tiff."
Have you DM'd Casey Musgraves again?
No, I feel embarrassed that she didn't look at my last one.
Yeah.
Why don't you
but she
respond
did.
to her and say, "Hey, did you not see this?"
But hey, Queen, you did drop this.
This reminds me of the time Mason Ramsey went viral for yodeling at Walmart.
Oh yeah, Yodel Kid.
And we were watching The Office, and Dylan goes, "Yeah, we should get him on the podcast." And I said, "Dylan, he's going to be on the Tonight Show and Ellen.
I don't think I
next
said
week."
that.
He played Fiji.
And he literally showed up on Ellen the next day. And then,
Okay.
then he showed up on Ellen. We saw the video on a Thursday. He was on Ellen on Friday, and he played Coachella on Saturday.
I'm sorry for thinking that Touching Base has that kind of pull, but maybe I overshot.
He did a Fiji tailgate before a Texas game. It was electric.
It sounds
if,
lit.
If Fiji
Yeah,
can
he
get
played
him-
his one song.
That's an island
They-
I'd like to visit.
They are top tier, but if Fiji,
Fiji?
could get him, you got to think Watch Media is in the realm of possibility. Touching Base.
You know, he apparently, this is like 2 years old, but like he apparently has like a job. Like he's like working through. He was like working at Subway. So shout out to him. Clearly,
Mason?
he's been on the schedule. Yeah, we talked about it, right? Like he was like, oh yeah, I still got this internet fame, but I'm actually still working and doing school.
Do you think?
Kind of nice.
Do you think he drinks beers at work?
Coronas.
Coronas was
Like some?
specifically.
Where do
No,
you think?
he seems better adjusted for working at Subway than I was.
Where do you think Maddie B is working?
I don't know, man, but he's his. Do you follow him on
weight room.
Instagram?
Of course I do.
He's about to catch that unfollow.
Ooh,
Why?
Content stinks,
yeah,
baby.
it's loud.
Is he not
It's
rapping
bad.
anymore?
I thought he was like training to
Dude, he gave
MMA
up.
fight.
He gave up the game.
Micah.
Me and yo down.
You
Micah.
and Matty B.
Could you take Matty B right now?
Not right now.
Dude, he's jacked.
Dude,
lifts.
he looks like he could scrap a little bit.
When we started this podcast, he was tiny.
We also
Now
know,
he's a shredded adult.
we
he was
also know
9.
what Matty B is capable of,
He-
namely 9/11.
right.
Yeah, you don't want to fuck
true.
with
We
that.
did learn that.
That's
so
pure evil.
All this is a grain of salt.
When you were watching Hijack, did you ever wonder if Matty B was just going to pop up from one of the seats?
I did have that thought a couple times.
Did
yeah.
you ever wonder during Hijack if there were way too few people that had taken something before the flight and were just sleeping through it? There had to have been one person who took a Xanax the second they got on the plane and they were asleep before the hijack even happened.
There's a lot of NPCs on there.
Well, yeah. I just don't believe that nobody was fucked up on that flight.
Somebody was fucked up.
We should definitely talk about that show every episode.
Tiffany Gomez stars in.
Don't
an
get mad
all-new
'cause you haven't
Hijack
seen
season
it.
2.
I said we should talk about it. What are you talking about?
You
Too
think-
busy watching fucking Casablanca and shit.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Y'all should watch it, man.
I don't know, man.
Oh, fuck you, dude.
How old are you?
I didn't mean that. I don't know, man. I'm just going off the deep end right now.
Am I doing an ad read for DoorDash right now, or are we just doing like DoorDash orders?
This is a DoorDash content from a tweet that I think is from like a few months ago that for whatever reason people just found. But what this here is, that was getting a lot of play on Saturday. Someone pulled their DoorDash data and he spent $25,000 in a year on DoorDash. And there's some things here worth talking about. I mean, you have your stuff that makes a lot of sense. You've got your Jack in the Box, your Dickie's
Your what?
Barbecue Pit, your Ruby Tuesday, your Maggiano's Italian Classics. Then if you go to the top, you've got somewhere north of $3,000 in a year on Chili's.
Insane money
So
here.
I did the math because I was curious. Per day, it's $70.53 a day.
That's
spent.
fucking insane.
Almost basically every meal. Assuming this person is eating or like ordering for just himself.
Do you know how many he spent? This guy alone spent enough at Subway to get 55 $5 footlongs.
Man, I can't
Just
imagine.
at Subway?
What's
That's 55 sandwiches.
That is so much.
It's a good value
Chili's.
play. I can't imagine ever DoorDashing Subway.
This dude's
Here's
lazy.
Here's the thing. I
say it.
think that food delivery apps have their place in the world. I do. They don't really have much of a place in my life at this point because I like getting out and going and picking up the food. I like having that free time. I like doing it. I like the process. No one needs to be ordering this much. I feel like these food delivery apps need to be situational, and this guy's just doing it. It's ingrained in his life.
My favorite thing, unsurprisingly, $1,500 at Hooters.
That was Nick Adams' favorite part as well.
Hooters wings.
Yeah.
I do enjoy Hooters wings,
That
but
checks out.
I just love that this guy is such a fan that like the novelty of going to Hooters, like that's not even like in his like.
Yeah, who gets Hooters to
Periphery.
go?
I'm worried about this dude's health. I mean, these are not healthy places.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any sweet green on this list.
Hooters, Freddy's
Frozen custard.
Freddy's frozen custard and steak burgers. Never heard of it.
Shipley
Shipley's,
Donuts.
Burger King. These are all just Hooters. There's nothing healthy. On
Why
the Hooters menu.
why is he DoorDashing stuff from PetSmart? Like, just go to PetSmart, my guy.
Yeah, this
Okay.
guy just doesn't leave
Is
his
there-
crib.
This
there
guy's
like
so
a-
pale.
Is there something that we don't know about this guy?
He knows.
No,
He knows the
come on,
DoorDash
don't-
delivery people by name at this point.
This is Jason.news on Twitter.
Does this guy live in an area that might have like a Shake Shack and an In-N-Out like within, walking distance of each other? This guy could do a whole burger challenge if he wanted to. What's Fat Shack?
I don't know.
The area,
not a salad
the
place.
geographic area that this guy lives in truly has some incredible restaurant selections.
Do we know
here.
where he lives?
I don't know, but he's got it all.
Somebody
Nashville.
should be able
All right.
to.
He's got it all.
Says
Micah,
Nashville.
Question for Micah, possibly Dylan. Shipley Donuts.
No,
Is that not local? Is that not a Texas thing?
I thought it was. But perhaps I just don't think they're good. That's
No,
all.
no, very average. Sorry to all our Houston
They're
fans
fine,
out there.
yeah.
They
So
they
we are
ride
not
real hard.
He
shipping
also spent-
Shipley's.
Also spent $140 at Krispy Kreme. That's a lot of donuts.
How many donuts do you eat like a year?
I probably eat 7 donuts a year.
I'd say
gonna
less than
half
10.
dozen.
Yeah.
That's my guess.
Yeah, like there's no way I eat more than one a month, and I can't remember the
Oh,
last
no
one I
chance.
had, so I haven't had one in the last 2 months.
Dude, why can't we escape Captain D's content? $355 at Captain D's Seafood
You
Kitchen.
took the words out of my mouth.
Captain D's is not good.
What's the last time you guys did food delivery?
Oh,
It's been a minute.
in the last couple of weeks.
It's
for
been
sure.
probably a couple months, 2-3 months.
I never do it.
I never do it. I'm willing to. But like doing it every day, like you gotta do the Brett Merriman stand-up challenge.
What is that
Office
funky
manager Brett.
that funky Chick-fil-A, the second from the top? Because there's a regular Chick-fil-A about 8 down.
Oh, that's Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
our man just had a
What's your
sorting
order?
issue with his
Chick-fil-A.
Rocket Money app that sussed all this out for
So
him.
Chick-fil-A is really his number one if you add the 2 Chick-fil-A's together.
If you did your most, if you had this in front of you right now for all the takeout food that you
Wait,
get, what would
I'm
be
sorry,
what
Will.
would be your number one takeout food?
How did he spend $1,000 at Shipley's Donuts? I just
Yeah.
now see the number.
He's
there.
very unhealthy.
He bought donuts for the squad. What would be your number one takeout restaurant right now?
Maybe Chick-fil-A.
Wow.
Like delivery or just any takeout? Like if I were to pull all of my, because I don't use just one of the apps. I use whatever one is spending money with us at that time. I think it would be Desano Pizza. That's like when we want some ZA, we want to play that ZA card, Micah. We're doing Desano downtown. Good spot. And I just don't want to drive. It's a beating to go pick up food there. So occasionally we do that. Maybe once every, I don't know, maybe once a month, once every couple months.
Huh.
Can we back up for a second?
Yeah, man.
Assuming he's buying a dozen Shipley's donuts at a time, and that's a lot of donuts.
Micah just did some math. He's got his phone in his hand. I love this.
That's 93 dozen donuts. He ordered a dozen donuts 93 times.
Well, There's
Like even if
2
he's
days
taking
every
them to the
weekend,
office,
and there's
is he really
50 plus weekends a
bringing
year.
A dozen donuts to the office twice a week?
This dude's housing donuts.
Fuck this guy.
No, you don't. Hold on. You don't have. I guess you could order them to the office, but if you're, these are home deliveries.
Yeah, I mean, he's
I'm
getting
imagining.
delivered to his house and then walking in with cold donuts.
I don't
Like,
think that. I
what
don't
is-
think
what
that's
is this guy
happening.
doing?
I think this guy is just eating
actually,
donuts
if this
himself.
is just his DoorDash account, he could have deliveries to other places.
I'm impressed.
But
I'm not impressed. I'm just.
But if you're driving to work, you're just gonna pick up donuts, right? Maybe this guy's super lazy though.
Yeah, this guy sucks.
He says he has. Someone said, "Bro, how did you spend that much money on DoorDash? You could have spent half that if you did takeout and picked it up yourself. You could have spent 1/10 of that if you cooked yourself. The only way to justify it is if you are rich or didn't drive, and no car saves you a bunch." He said in response, "I have 3 cars. LOL, but I also rarely
Triples.
drive."
He has
He's
triples.
got, you got to have 3 of them.
Uh,
He doesn't want to take the Barracuda out.
Cooking for yourself is not 1/10 of this, by the way. It's not even close to being that.
Yeah,
cheap.
that's not a very fair comp. Yeah, cooking what for yourself? There's a lot of variables.
Cooking
there.
often isn't that much of a saver for you.
Well, it depends what you're cooking, and when
Depends
you
what
take
you're
into account all the unnecessary fees that this guy definitely incurred here,
Well, yeah.
I think you could find I think you could find a route to spending 1/10 of what he did on food by cooking yourself. I do think it's possible, but I also think that you'd probably be cutting a lot of corners that you don't want to cut.
Yeah.
Do you think this guy gets a verse in Oliver Anthony's next song?
I don't know.
So
I don't know, David.
it's not bad. That's not bad.
More on
I
him
just-
later.
Let me ask you guys one other question.
Yeah.
Have you ever DoorDashed twice in one day?
No.
Oh, absolutely not.
No.
Oh, that's aggressive.
The only time I've DoorDashed twice in one day is when they didn't deliver my first food and I had to go back and do it again.
Okay. Because if you're gonna, this guy spent 25 grand. Like he's obviously ordering multiple times a day. And the other thing that's weird here is there's not like Starbucks. I know people that order Starbucks to their house every day. They're weirdos and they're dumb, but
Coffee seems like something you can replicate at home.
Coffee shop everyday people
This one
who
simple
don't
trick.
who don't live in cities where they walk weird me out. I don't understand why you would go park at a place to go in and get coffee when you could just make it at home. But people that are walking to work and they pass it like right there and they just dive in, I understand that. I don't understand driving there, parking, going in, and
Starbucks
doing that whole
people weird
process.
me out though because people literally start the day with like frappuccinos.
Yeah.
Like who started the day with a milkshake?
It's too much sugar.
Too much sugar.
It's a silent
Too
killer.
much cream. Too much everything.
You've got a Dunkin' out near you.
I do have a Dunkin'.
Love Dunkin'.
Cold brew's delightful. Donuts are trash.
Okay.
Oh, I don't think so.
I disagree.
If we land him as a sponsor at some point, I'm gonna
You can take that out.
Who?
Dunkin' Donuts.
Oh no, Dunkin's great. We don't.
This place
No,
runs on Dunkin'.
I like Dunkin'. I just don't care for the donuts.
I like it so
Bad
much I was
take.
raised in Duncanville.
Really,
Dave
our
runs
producer
on
has the
Dunkin'?
worst takes sometimes.
Yeah, our producer. God, man.
He's an idiot.
Seriously, what the fuck's your problem?
He's an idiot.
Oof, this fucking guy.
He's doing Ren and Stimpy. Remember that?
You idiot.
It's topical.
That's good.
The kids love it.
I lost that for a second.
It's all right, man. We get you there.
No, my rock bottom food delivery moment was when I was living in that first apartment that we rented when I first moved to Austin, and Alyssa went out of town. We weren't even married yet, and I just got really into one the night before, and I think I DoorDashed like $60 worth of PF Chang's,
Really?
and it's all I ate that entire day. I just grazed on Chang's. It's fucking good though. Kung
But-
Pao, probably some wonton soup.
About a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago, I had a night where I ordered a food delivery app. I don't remember which one it was. Food never arrived, so I decided I would order it again as I couldn't leave as my infant son was sleeping in our house and food never arrived again. I was so angry. I said I would never do a food delivery app again. I think that might have been hasty at the time. I think I could be convinced to do it again, but I'm still very angry at the entire situation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody has their bad
I
experience.
hear you, man.
I'm actually really glad we have the producer we have because he's going to be vital in this next discussion we're about to
Oh.
have. You guys familiar with Mark Zuckerberg?
You mean Mark Zuckerberg? Yeah.
He's this millionaire who wants to fight, or a billionaire who wants to fight another billionaire. He said, you know how Elon and Zuck were going to fight. Zuck went in on him this weekend. Can I read what he said?
This is making me like Zuck, and I don't like that.
I think we can all agree Elon isn't serious and it's time to move on. I offered a real date. Dana White offered to make this a legit competition for charity. Elon won't confirm a date. Then he says he needs surgery and now asks to do a practice round in my backyard instead. If Elon ever gets serious about a real date and official event, he knows how to reach me. Otherwise, time to move on. I'm going to focus on competing with people who take the sport seriously.
Ooh, wow. Sounds like Elon's a chump. Not a
I hate
champ.
Zuck, but like this is a beautiful statement.
He just bitch slapped him, basically.
What is the practice round in his backyard?
Yeah, Micah, did you do any practice rounds with anyone in their backyards before you did your fist exhibition?
No, I did do some rounds in the pool, Aubrey's pool on video with my best friend Kyle Kingsbury.
Yes, you did.
Let me say a couple things about this. One, how is Zuckerberg a better fight shit talker than the Paul brothers that just do this all the time and have negative charisma? That is the most perfect statement to call out a coward who's not serious. Big shouts to Zuck. Also, who would think that Elon Musk might say something that's untrue? Oh, he lies all the fucking time.
Hey, we had a chance to kidnap his father.
Zuck's father.
During South by Southwest. We decided not to.
We talked Dylan out of it.
He was sitting there, and we just could have taken him and held him for ransom.
He was doing a dentist panel
Dr.
right after
Zuckerberg.
our South by party. It was really exciting. They were playing in speakers in the bathroom, so you're in there relieving yourself, just listening to dentists.
People were asking questions as a dentist, and everyone just wanted to like find out about like what's it like being Mark Zuckerberg's dad. But
Are you into smoking these meats?
No one broached the subject. It was
Has
weird.
he broken you off a little bit?
Did he ever answer your dental dam question?
No, he left me on red.
Sorry.
It's bullshit.
So if Elon, Zuck says that Elon knows how to reach him, how do you reach Zuck? Like, what's the fastest way for Elon to reach Zuck? Do you think they have each other's phone numbers?
Probably cellular device.
Beeper, maybe.
Do you think these two are both iPhone users? I think Zuck's a Google phone guy or something like that. Like, what do you think? Does Zuck have some special phone that was like created just for him?
It has to be encrypted. I don't know, like really safe, because it would be a problem if you can't hack those guys.
It's on some nerd shit for sure.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a statement from the Roman Colosseum? Dave, I know you keep up with things in that part of the world.
Yes.
They came out and said, like, this event won't happen here. Thank you.
What the fuck was that about?
Would have been really weird to do it at the Coliseum. I'll just say that. Would have felt a little weird to me.
Would have been a disgrace.
Yeah. Yeah.
What was his? Elon was tweeting about Italy. He said like this will all be done with respect to Italy. Like,
yeah, that's what he was talking about.
What the?
They were talking about doing it at the Coliseum.
Yeah. First of all,
I love that Zuck is just clearly ready to get in the ring and just beat the fuck out of Elon. It's
Elon-
like there's so few things that Zuck could have done to make me actually like have like a part of me that likes him. And this is absolutely one of those things.
Elon doesn't want the smoke, man. He knows it's not going to end well.
I feel like Zuck sees like the approval rating of Elon just tanking. And he's just looking at this like, this is my time to shine. This is my billionaire moment to get my PR time in.
How's everything going on Threads?
I don't think
these
it's going
days?
well. So I logged on to
That's
Threads
great.
yesterday, as Zuck did post this on Threads. I logged on to Threads yesterday. My entire feed was people quote tweeting Zuck's statement on Threads and applauding him. And I don't think that this was a mistake. Like, I think the algorithm is meant to just amplify everything Zuckerberg says.
That's a pretty direct shot at Elon.
Is
in
he
fact.
is he doing to Threads what Elon did to Twitter or X, just promoting his own bullshit?
Yeah. But Dave, didn't you get a shirt? A Threads shirt?
Mm-hmm. It's threaded.
Didn't it say if you can't beat it, Zuck it?
You're confusing a number of things, but you're kind of right. Elon said, I spoke to the Prime Minister of Italy and of Minister of Culture and the Minister of Culture. They have agreed on an epic location.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Also, all proceeds will go to veterans, Dylan. So
Michael, will this fight ever happen?
No, of course not.
If it does happen, who wins?
Zuck,
And it's not close.
it's not close.
it's just going to be sad. And there's no chance this happens in the Roman Colosseum. Like, come on.
Elon would be winded in 30 seconds. It would be so ugly. He's not in great shape.
He's already talking about like disc issues in his back.
I mean, get
it's
out
just
of
bad.
here! It's
Yeah,
ridiculous. And let me say this: I don't care to see Zuckerberg fight anyone.
I do. I just want one. I don't need to see it
Who
like.
would you- okay, let's say
I don't
Musk
need to
is
see
out,
like a
'cause
tour of
Musk
events from
is out.
Zuckerberg.
Who
But
would you like to see
Matty
Zuck
B.
fight?
You. Honestly, you. I mean
Could-
that.
Zuckerberg beats you though, because you got your like.
I'm currently
You got your
retired,
catfish
He
shit.
trains,
but I
man.
would come out of retirement to fight Zuck.
That could be big for
If the
just
price is
our
right.
general group
And
of
I
friends.
think
I'd
it
fight
would be.
Zuck. I'd fight Zuck.
How tall is Zuck?
Brad Key walks you
He's a
out. He's
little
got
lad.
that hat he was wearing in New Orleans on.
He's 5'7".
He's not a big dude, but he trains. He
trains.
knows what he's doing. He's in good shape. He's got a six pack now. man.
He also has access to the greatest drugs on the planet. If you don't think that dude has the greatest HGH hookup in the world, I mean, come on, I can't compare. it to
Like
that.
Liver King style.
I feel like Zuck probably puts a lot of effort into his diet, and I feel as though Elon probably has a diet that's much more similar to our DoorDash guy.
Elon's not in good shape.
No. I can imagine Elon being like, I just ordered like 16 epic burgers to the office for everyone who stayed late today. And it's like, cool, dude.
Well,
Thanks.
thanks,
and
dickhead.
you know how much he appreciates the clutch move of ordering pizza at 1
So
a.m.
true.
That's
So
tough. That
true.
doesn't jive well with training. Just important to note that Elon did say everything done will pay respect to the past and present of Italy. So it's very cool.
Didn't stay out of the Coliseum.
No, this is going to pay respect. Also, proceeds will go not only to veterans, but to pediatric hospitals in Italy. So
I do support
What an
that. part.
afterthought that was. And he sent a totally separate tweet that said, oh, yeah, and the pediatric hospitals in Italy.
Here's what Zuck should do, which is like dunk even harder on Elon. Like, since the charities are no longer going to receive these funds, I'm just going to make a donation instead.
You should.
Ooh.
Then that'll force Elon's hand.
it's
to
a
do the same
donor
thing.
off.
Break him off, I don't know, 20 mil. It's nothing for Zuck. Just break him off.
He just wants to get broken off. Just a little sprinkle.
Break a player off. That's what I'm saying. Slide him a few stacks. What's the big deal? Right, Micah?
The pediatric hospitals? Are you
Yeah.
going to do it in like euros or are you going to do it in like dollars?
I don't know, man. Either way, I think it cashes.
What if the pediatric hospital is like, yo, can you make this in euros?
Then he could probably do that too. Yeah.
Probably.
Hey,
Yeah.
Probably.
Micah, care to comment on you being subscribed to Twitter Blue?
That's
Huh.
false, David.
Are you sure?
Micah?
I'm pretty confident. Yeah, unless
Okay.
I've been hacked again, and then someone spent $8 to subscribe me to Twitter Blue. I am not
I
confirmed a subscriber.
think we know
Unless
a guy.
this is Elon's way of hearing me and challenging me by making it look like I'm a subscriber to Twitter Blue.
I think that's not happening.
Can't you conceal the check mark now? Like, can't you privately?
You can now.
I might do
yes.
that.
That's so sad.
I'd rather do that.
Yeah.
Who's most likely to do that in this office?
Will,
I've gone on record saying I will not pay for a Twitter checkmark.
but would you pay for Twitter and remove the check mark? Because you haven't gone on record and said that.
That'd be so
I have encountered
embarrassing if you got caught.
encountered one thing where I'm frustrated that only verified people can do it. And that is that you can only message people who don't follow you that have their DMs open. You can only do that if you are a Twitter Blue subscriber. I'm not sure if you guys read this viral piece the other day. It was a critique of the meme format that is Slam's laptop shut till Monday.
Saw
I
it.
did see that.
And I wanted to DM this guy and say, haha,
That'd be a good
that
one.
was pretty funny. And I wanted to like give him props and I couldn't do it. And so I decided to tweet through it and he never responded to me after I tweeted
Oh.
about it. And so I think,
Damn.
I don't know, he must truly be beefing with your boy.
Damn.
I wanted to hire him for PGP.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
It-
mhm.
That we 100% would have published that on Postgrad Problems.
Yeah. Let's see
I
if he
did-
submits any more and we can maybe get a hold of him after that.
I didn't know about the DM thing.
Yeah, tried to DM him, wouldn't let me do it.
Okay.
Sent me immediately to a Twitter Blue sign up.
Is
that-
he a Twitter Blue subscriber?
I don't believe so. I don't know, to be honest.
Is he in your dome a bit since he didn't respond to you? On
No. There were some people that reached out being like, "Oh, dude, don't worry about it." I'm like, I'm not really worried about it. Like, it's pretty.
He didn't say anything terrible. He's
I
basically annoyed.
I also want to go on record. The Slam's laptop shut till Friday posts are not mine. They are the internet's at this point. Like, there's no creative fulfillment in just putting like a picture behind it that people want to reshare. Like, I'm only choosing photos that I hope people want to reshare. at this
Belongs to
point.
the game now.
You got to
Yeah.
play the hits, man.
Yeah, it's fine.
looking at it a little differently, it's very cool that you created something that's big enough to have that level, like to annoy people into like writing a blog about it.
Did you see the line that he had in there, Dave, that I thought you guys would have liked a lot?
Gang, slams laptop shut.
Gang, slam laptop so good.
I'll be using that.
Yeah, it's funny. It's good. It's good. It's been stuck in my head most of the weekend.
Gang.
Saying gang.
I think that's a Ross Bolin bet.
Slam laptop so good.
Our coworker Ross Bolin.
Yeah, noted New York Times best-selling author.
Mm-hmm.
That's who you're talking about?
Mhm.
Yeah, gang.
Gang.
Mhm. I
Gang,
think he's got
gang.
the studio after us today.
He does. He's actually at Chipotle right now just stealing napkins.
I think that's my bet.
Is that your bit?
Yeah.
Huh.
Oh, got a little beef here.
Ooh.
we got a
little
bit beef
here, man.
Bit beef.
It's a
Okay.
bit beef.
All right. Okay.
Cut the check. We're really in the
That's
weeds
good.
today.
Yeah, we are.
There's a lot of people like, what?
Is J-Bone still not here? It's so late. Where is he?
I think he's in his race car bed
Oh,
in the bone zone.
Yeah. He's still recovering from that bachelor party.
shout out Bone Man.
I wish I had the bone zone sound effect right now. Bone zone.
The
Clink, clink.
ribcage xylophone.
It's a good one.
That's my favorite.
What a
I
content
feel like
machine.
xylophones need to make a little bit more of an appearance in current day music. Just putting it out there.
You're a big xylophone guy.
Yeah, X is for xylophones, not extra. What was it? Extra holes?
X gonna give it to
Yeah,
you.
so my mom, when I was back home in Michigan, she gave me a book for Fritz, and it says the ABCs of golf. On the front cover, where it says ABCs of golf, Dylan, it says ABC, all uppercase, apostrophe S, which doesn't really make sense when you're teaching your kid about letters.
I hope you threw it right in the trash.
And the entire time I'm reading the book, I'm like, what is X going to be? What did they come up with for X? I kind of thought for Q they might do Q school, but that might have been a little above their pay grade.
or QAnon, maybe?
For X, I wasn't sure what they were going to do. And when I got to X, I saw that they said extra holes and then had a photo of a beer. And I was just very surprised that they would have that in a children's book.
I believe extra starts with an E.
Extra.
Yeah, they're taking some liberties there, but
Okay.
might be confusing for the kids.
Could have been X-ray after your boy runs you over with a golf cart and your clavicle is in 3 different pieces.
Yes, you have a shattered pelvis.
That's a good one.
Those are coming back.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody sent me one the other day.
Yeah, I
That's
tweeted about it, man.
Golf
I'm
is
so happy.
fun, you know.
Were
I'm
any of
so
those guys
happy.
wearing Roback in their
If not, they're the big old dumb idiots.
Backer 20 gets you 20% off anything on the Roback site, roback.com. Dylan's wearing one of their polos right now. Dave's wearing one of their polos right now. We might have a product dropping soon with them. Who knows? Just go to roback.com, add some stuff to the cart, hang out for a bit, enjoy it, and use Backer 20 when you're checking out for 20% off everything off Roback's website.
They have great joggers too, by the way.
Joggy.
I don't know if you mentioned those. Hoodies, joggers. It's about to get cooler outside, hopefully at some point. We love Rollback. Backer 20 get you 20% off.
We mentioned Oliver Anthony earlier in this episode. Dylan, you were asking to play him all morning in the office. You just really wanted to hear Oliver Anthony.
Right. No. People are calling him right-wing Tyler Childers.
It's
Is that
pronounced
why Tyler
Childers.
Childers has been trending?
Yes.
On and off for the last couple days.
So they
That's how I
sound
found
similar. Is that the thing?
They both have red hair. Their voices are similar.
Micah, this isn't.
Mike, you're doing a great
I respect
it's
what
fine.
you're doing, but like we
It's
just have
fine.
we're not talking about him yet. So like
Yeah,
we
we
just
haven't
have
gotten to the
swamp ass
swamp ass
photos.
king. That's okay.
Swamp ass photos so good. Gang.
He's back there.
God,
just-
it is egregious.
knows what he's doing
That was
back
me
there.
yesterday.
And you guys are familiar with Bobbi Althoff, correct?
Yeah.
Only through you.
Both of these people have been claimed to be industry plants at this point. Do we think there's any credibility to this?
I don't know. I don't know, man.
So I saw the Oliver Anthony video Saturday afternoon, and I was like, man, like we've seen this before. Just some country dude singing in the woods. Whatever. He's got the same vibe as like, I don't know, fucking Backwoods Mumford and Sons or something.
Okay.
He went from having no presence on social media to now having about 300,000 Twitter followers.
Okay.
That seems aggressive, right? For having nothing.
This thing came out of nowhere.
Yeah, we've never seen this guy sing any other song before, and now he's got 300,000 followers.
Why did this particular song? I mean, I know that I've read the lyrics. I get it, but like, why Why is it blown up the way it has? Is it because it's also catchy? Because it kind of is a catchy song, like just melodically.
It's a good name for a
Yeah.
song.
Yeah, I had not listened to this in its entirety. I guess there is a verse. What are the controversial verses? Let's just get to that because I've got some takes on this.
He says something to the effect of, "Why aren't we helping miners rather than the miners on islands?" So he was talking about the miners in the cave.
Coal miners.
Yeah.
Okay.
So miners, Dave, on
Coal
the
miner. If
island,
the guy's name was Coal Miner, he'd
the
get
ones
a bid.
on the island.
You
we're
talking about the Island Boys?
No, good question.
You shouldn't help
Great
them.
question. Epstein Island. You know,
Whoa.
like young women, miners.
You talking about the noted philanthropist Jeff Epstein?
He's noted for other things as well.
Explain. I don't know. Give me a rundown, quick. Give me like two sentences.
No, I think you probably get it.
Okay. I think I understand what he was trying to do with that line. I don't think it really. I don't know if it really worked like he thought it was going to.
The juxtaposition wasn't there.
Thank you. Thank you.
The juxtaposition simply wasn't there.
What was juxtaposed about it?
So Bobbi Althoff, she's got that podcast. And have you guys seen what's happened with this whole Drake thing? Drake's the reason it all blew up in the first place.
They unfollowed each other.
They unfollowed each other. His episode is no longer on the feed. All marketing materials for this have been removed from the internet.
Why?
What's going on? What's going on over with Bobbi Althoff?
Is this a touching based suddenly?
What's going on?
I saw someone speculate that he tried to smash, and she was like, "Fuck you, get out of here," which wouldn't be super surprising.
Is this a Matt Healy, Adam Friedland show situation where it just caused so much of a backlash? They just like,
I don't think there's any backlash with this Drake episode. I thought it was a pretty chill episode of podcasting.
Interesting.
What were you going to say, Micah?
I was just going to go back to the country song
Yeah.
for a moment.
Richmond, north of Richmond.
More
That's what it's
bluegrass
called.
Americana.
Yeah.
You know what? Here's the thing. I don't know if I'll go with it and say it's real. Okay, but if tomorrow this turned into a Nathan for you bit and he was actually in front of a green screen instead of an old grain mill, would any of us be surprised?
No.
A
And
grain
two-
mill.
Grain mill. Did I say grain
No.
mill?
It's just funny that you.
Okay. And
Singled out grain mills.
okay, let's say it's real. Here's what I do know. There's going to be a lot more terrible copycats coming, and it's going to be lousy for everybody.
Do not come. Do not come. Copycats. There's only room for one Oliver Anthony.
I mean,
we
it was
got
just
him.
basically a country song built into an algorithm that's going to get right wingers excited, and there. I also saw some left wingers excited because there are some union overtones as well.
All right.
I
That's right.
heard him
Big
described
labor.
as a populist, which I think kind of makes some sense too.
He's kind
Yeah.
of like Rage Against the Machine.
I don't know about that.
He's sort of raging against the machine
He's throwing strays at people on welfare for being overweight.
for being fat. Yeah.
He has
That's-
some definite right wing.
You just don't have to do that, personally. Would this be a big deal if he wasn't a redheaded guy with a big bushy beard?
I don't know. He's really setting redheads back. Though.
It's
Like, as someone who kind of has to, I'm kind of pot committed to some redheads at this point in my life. Like, he's kind of laying it on a little.
If
thick.
the song stunk, no one would like. Okay, whatever. This guy stinks. No, but it's kind of catchy, like I said. So that's why I think it's catching steam a bit. Well, but I have appreciation for that type of music, not necessarily the lyrics of this dude, but yeah. Tyler Childers, man, fucking goes.
Yeah, I
Anyway.
don't know if that's a fair comp. I mean, they're both redheads potentially from the same area, but I think that's kind of
Tyler Childers a redhead?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All those times you've recommended Tyler Childers and like talked about him and stuff, like I just haven't like actually taken those recommendations.
That's not your style of music.
No, dude,
That's okay.
I'd rather chill with my boy Durs than listen to Tyler Childers.
I'm very confused.
Durs, like chill Durs?
What's up?
Huh, okay.
Eric Anders. Sorry.
Yeah,
Back to Bobbi Althoff.
he might be an industry plant. I could see that.
Yeah.
I like her bit. The unemotional interviewer who just it's a good bit. I like it.
Do you think there's any credibility to people claiming she could be an industry plant? Because it's gotten to be such a big narrative with her that she's now confronting it and making jokes about it on the internet.
If she is, what's the movement? What's the purpose of it?
What's the purpose of any of these industry
Control
plants,
narratives
Dylan?
of celebs
to
stars.
distract us. Maybe there's some news stories going on right now, and they're like, "Wait, what if we have Drake on this viral podcast and have everyone watch that for an hour instead of the news?"
The hater in me wants to believe she's a plant, but I also just think that's good content.
Yeah, the content is actually good, and that's what kind of separates her from what some people might say Anthony or Oliver Anthony or whatever his
Right.
name is. His name should be Anthony Oliver, by the way.
Mm.
2 first names.
Yeah, it's just a very confusing thing.
I'd love for this show to get big enough to where people were like, "Are those guys industry plants? Are they big podcast plants? Maybe."
Medium-sized podcast.
Yeah,
plants.
hey, medium. You never know. Oh, she's married and has kids.
Yeah, that's how
Okay.
she got famous. I think she was a mom TikToker. She was doing a mom content.
Yeah.
I didn't
Very
realize this,
curious.
but Horny Randy, he's
Mhm.
the guy that we met in Chicago at that meetup. He told me that she had lopsided boobs, which I did not know. And I think it had to do with like breastfeeding or something. And sure enough, yep, she had very lopsided boobs at one point in her life.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
No, it's cool.
We love our lopsided queens out there. Yeah. What?
Nothing.
Don't make me feel weird about what I just said.
No, dude.
Okay.
No.
Very cool.
You shouldn't feel weird.
Very cool.
We stand boobs here. Everything they do. From form to function.
You and Clay Travis.
I stand for 3 things.
Oh, God.
What was the quote? Do you know the quote, Mike? I feel like you know the quote because you hate it so much.
I don't recall what it was, but
He's like, I stand for 3
I think
things.
it was
I'm
the First
thankful.
Amendment and boobs or something.
Oh, God,
Yeah,
that
that's
guy-
my brain.
That
Thought-
guy just
have you ever seen
fucking
have you ever
sucks.
seen someone try to dunk on like an Instagram comment section and post something and then like someone will respond and just be like, "Man, you really thought you did something here." It's a really demeaning comment, but that's exactly how I felt when he said the boobs thing.
What a douchebag.
I feel like that
guy
on like
is.
this show at least once a week. Like I tried to do something and it just didn't work.
America.
But you when you try to do something that doesn't work, Dave, you're taking a creative like freedom. You're not trying to dunk on someone and you just look like the asshole.
That's fair most of the time.
The exact quote is, "I believe in 2 things completely: the First Amendment and boobs."
Okay.
And then he went back to his home and spent time with his wife after that, and they probably acted like everything was totally fine and normal.
She's like, really, boobs?
He's used that line several times. It's one of his go-tos.
He thought he did something there.
Another
Uh,
first 2 name guy.
Can I bust in here for a second?
Yeah.
There's some
Okay.
breaking news.
Okay.
Bust in.
The headline from ESPN: former NFL player Michael Oher, subject of The Blind Side, petitioned to court Monday with allegations that Sean and Leanne Tuhoy never adopted him, instead tricking him into signing a document, making themselves his conservators and enriching themselves.
That's a twist.
Okay.
I've learned to not make too many grandiose statements regarding headlines as they unfold on this, but this taints the movie.
Yeah, I was gonna say Dylan's taking a dip into the classics. It's kind of got inspiring me. I've never seen The Blind Side. Maybe I should check it out.
You've never seen The Blind Side.
No, once I heard Sandra Bullock's accent, I was like, I'm out. It didn't sound like a good Southern accent.
Before I knew this headline existed, it was a good movie. It was a good movie.
It's a good movie, Dave.
Wasn't Hugh Freeze involved in that too?
Is he related to me?
That was Bobby Petrino. No, it was probably Hugh
No,
Freeze.
we're
I
actually
think it was
mortal
Hugh Freeze.
enemies.
I don't know. I don't know if they overlapped or not.
I think Hugh Freeze was the high school coach, and then he
Oh,
parlayed that to a
about that?
role calling home places of prostitution dozens and dozens of times
He
on
sure
a company
did.
cell phone.
yeah.
State owned.
Yeah, you got to get a burner, y'all.
You can call a place of prostitution, right? You just can't like
Hello.
follow through with the prostitutes.
Hey,
Hello, me lady.
You guys still, you got prostitutes there? Okay, bye. I
Okay.
think that's what he did. Just
Yeah.
call to check in.
What's
Hey.
up? Just making sure. Just do my rounds.
All right.
So how much is sex?
Yeah.
That's probably what he said.
Think they have an operator there? Hold line.
It's like when you called 1-800-WET-TEAS as a kid. Phone sex.
You don't
We
see
talked
wet.
about it.
You don't see wet T-shirt contests anymore, do you? Maybe they do it. I don't.
Last
go to
one I
spring
saw was
break.
in 2019.
Oh, they do them still.
What? Where? Okay.
Where were you?
That's the cruise.
Oh, Mexico.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I was in Cabo San Lucas, and we were sitting at a bar. It's one of those party bars that you sit at, and like they were getting wild on stage, but they weren't doing anything like crazy. And then suddenly, someone said "wet T-shirt contest," and I was like, I cannot believe I'm actually at one. This is a dream.
fucking
Like
awesome.
MTV Spring Break would be losing his mind right now, and in that moment, I could not have cared less. And if anything, I felt a little creepy.
I don't know, man. They're
just-
pretty sick.
You're just trying to eat a club sandwich.
I mean, I don't order club sandwiches in Mexico, Dave. I like the
That's
local
fair.
fare.
Yeah. I don't know how good it is at the place you're talking about.
Guacamole.
That's the place next to Squid Row, right?
Yeah.
You did the
No,
thing.
well, I think it's near. I
Nice.
think it's like as the crow flies, it's probably pretty close to Squid Row. It's closer to Squid Row than Deep Eddy is to Kanji.
Okay.
I don't know why you're taking strays for that trek. I respect the trek.
We just wanted to go to Deep Eddy.
I'm about to pee myself, honestly.
Go pee, dude. We got some more stuff to talk about.
wow.
If you pee yourself, you might look like you have swamp ass. Great segue, Will. Micah, can you put the photo up on the screen
Put
for me
that
real
ass on
quick
the
about
screen,
Lucas
player.
Glover?
Can I go, Tinky?
You can
Well,
go
we
Tinky
only
if
have
you
one
want to.
bathroom.
Dave and I can just vibe out talking about like swamp ass and stuff. Do you need to go Tinky? I can just do a
right.
solo segment on
I
swamp
want to
ass.
start this segment by saying, put this man on the Ryder Cup.
Th-
I want this guy in Italy.
I want absolute dogs on this Ryder Cup team, and I've learned a lot about Lucas Glover in the past couple weeks. One thing I've learned about him is that he simply does not own a pair of dark pants that can mask his swamp ass. Another thing I've learned about him is that he doesn't care that he has swamp ass, because if he cared,
Micah,
he would not be.
you can walk in front of the camera.
Yeah, it's not a big deal. Did he just run it? Micah just ran into the window.
Come on.
He's like a dog.
Okay.
What just happened?
I don't know. Yeah. Also, he's an ASICS guy.
Weird.
Is that
Trash. That's a trash. That's the only thing I don't like about
I don't
him right
hate it, but it just he puts off a traditional FootJoy guy.
He does. Does he not have any boys in his crew that are like, hey, dude, we got to get you into some navy blue pants, maybe some black pants. Like, we just can't have you wearing khakis out here.
It's instead of the Sunday Red, it's Sunday Swamp.
Like people are really coming at him for all kinds of different, sweat stuff going on. I'm not going to come at him at all. I ride with him.
I ride with him as a fellow who struggles with this, who's struggled with it for many years. This could be me if I had to wear pants to play in the Memphis Heat.
People are making comments about how the swamp ass has migrated forward to the front of him. Like I could see how this could happen when you're
hey.
walking 18 holes over 106 holes.
Hey, maybe a guy in his 40s is going to sweat a little bit when he's trying to go back to back on the PGA Tour.
Oh, he went back to back.
Let the guy go back to back and sweat. Let him sweat his little balls off. Is what happened. He won. He wanted a fucking playoff. Come on.
I just feel bad for a guy who probably doesn't deserve to get this kind of hatred for no reason. Maybe I'm impartial because I had a stretch of getting swamp ass in high school that maybe traumatized me for the rest of my life. But we out here standing dudes who aren't afraid to sweat out of their butts.
Give me the glove on the Ryder Cup team.
He's going to get the nod, right? He has to get the nod. He's top 5 in the world right now, right? Well, points wise.
FedEx points, I think.
That's fine. That still qualifies you, right?
Captain's pick, he would have to be, I believe. Could be wrong about that, but and you know who the captain is, right?
Zeech. I'm worried Zeech isn't going to respect a grinder like this guy because I don't know if Zeech is a grinder.
Oh, I think Zeech is.
I've never seen Zeech with this much swamp ass.
Okay, that's fair. But we've seen Zeech win a green jacket, win an Open championship. So
if you have Bryson versus Glover, who you taking for the Ryder Cup?
I'm taking Glover.
You don't want the guy that went to SMU that just bombs the ball in Italy? Because he kind of adds a different dynamic.
He slimmed down a little bit, which is good for his longevity. But I don't really know what his plan is. And I'll be honest, I haven't been following. You might be shocked to learn I haven't been following Liv too much. There you go, Micah. Micah army crawled under the cameras to leave.
See,
saw it.
Consummate professional. That
Dog.
guy.
Just the best.
He's
That's
got
why we
dog
keep
in
him
him.
around.
Mike, are you a swamp ass boy on the golf course?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's hot out there. I just don't understand when this tournament was on Thursday at the office. People were like, "Check out the swamp ass on this guy," and he never made an adjustment. Like that was the only thing I know about this tournament. I didn't know what the tournament was. I just knew there was a guy who was playing well who had swamp ass.
That's exactly the reason he should be on the Ryder Cup. He's putting his ass off. He's playing great. He went back to back on the tour, and also he's so unflappable that even having the most comedically,
to just go to the pro shop and get some black slacks. Well, I mean, what are you doing? You know you're in HD. I'm a little offended by
Dude,
it.
they kept on putting that ISO cam on him where it like blurs out the background and makes it all artsy and shit. And they just had an absolute like
Yeah, you're an 8G.
zoom in on his butt.
Mm.
You don't need to be doing that.
He's 43. Let the man sweat.
I thought your sweat like calmed down when you reach your 40s and you didn't sweat as
Oh,
much
no,
as you used
no.
to.
Is that facts?
Oh, no.
Dude, old men don't sweat. You ever see old men walking around like wearing sweaters and shit in the middle of summer? It's like, how are you doing this?
Oh,
old
they
man?
get cold so easily.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to sweat shame our dude here,
Old bag of bones.
but I mean, put on some Muggsy. Insert your favorite sponsor here. Somebody has better pants.
Good job, Micah.
Roback, I'm sure makes slacks, right?
Bird dogs as well, maybe something
Sure.
like that. Yeah, let's just go through all of our
Slap on
sponsors.
some bird dogs.
There's a number of pants.
I'm offended that he did this 4 days in a row.
Well, back to back on them.
Hey, isn't there a story about his wife
Yeah, there might have been some.
that she like there was
That doesn't have any. It's not his fault.
What'd she do?
there was something that
Tumultuous.
there was tumultuous because of a bad round of golf that he played.
She wasn't too allegedly. She wasn't too thrilled with how things were going. This is after he'd already won the U.S. Open.
Yeah, this is like back in 2017.
Who?
His
This
wife?
is what I don't
No,
know.
who's
no.
he?
This is a thing.
What
Glover.
man are we talking about
Glover.
right now?
Lucas.
Oh, our man Glove? The Glove? Gary Payton?
El Glove. Yeah.
GP?
She was unhappy with his play.
Yes. Yes. I don't want to like spec. I don't know how much of this is.
What's her gin looking like?
But I think there was a mugshot.
Yeah,
She
the
might be a
headline,
mugshot shotty.
Pro golfer's wife arrested Saturday after fight with husband and mother-in-law
Wasn't this in?
from May of 2015.
This is the Players
Or
Championship.
2018, I'm sorry.
This might have been the Players Championship that we went to.
Nah, that's good, dude.
Hey, all right, good
Man.
stuff. Oh, if you go to Sports Skeeta, there's a whole deal on it, on what went down. That's okay. All that matters is the guy sweats out of his booty, and he's got back to back on his resume now. So
Lucas
good for him.
Glover?
Yeah.
We support you.
See
Yeah,
you
the
on the ride.
headline-
See you in Italy.
You are a king. We have one last story in the same realm to talk about real quick. Dylan, are you familiar with the country of North Korea? Or maybe the Democratic People's Republic?
You know I'm a big
North Korea?
fan of the people of North Korea.
Well, in a surprising move, the authoritarian regime is inviting foreign amateur golfers to a tournament in Pyongyang at the Pyongyang Golf Course to develop, quote, a friendship with North Korean amateur golfers through DPRK Tourism, the nation's official tourism website. Seems cool.
Tell me you're not at least a little bit intrigued.
What if I told you that they hail this golf course as the world's most exclusive golf course?
That would make sense.
It might be factual because you just can't go to that country.
What if I told you it had an underwater golf course and an archery ground
Don't need that.
and a boating ground? You could also, I like, what would you think about this?
I
Underwater?
typically play golf above water, unless I'm in it, like Patrick Cantley is in that play.
Yeah, but if I play too much, I'm usually in hot water.
Will, correct
Wow.
me if I'm wrong. Is this not the course in which the fearless leader shot 18 holes in one?
It is.
No. Only 11 holes in one, not 18 holes
The
in one.
Pyongyang Golf Course is legendary North Korea lore for one main reason. Former Supreme Leader Kim Jong-il supposedly hit 11 hole-in-ones the first time he picked up a club at the course in 1994.
This guy just flipped me off for some reason.
You probably deserved it.
It just gave him a look. He was cracking his knucks.
God, he's so good at golf. Kim Jong-il. He's dead now. It was,
I didn't realize it was
old
the
man.
former. Yeah.
Un's old man, yeah.
Okay.
Still a
Oh.
good player in his own right.
I wonder how the young guy is.
Probably not as good.
It's hard getting out of that shadow.
If you get invited to go play this golf course, you saying yes?
How am I going to pitch that to my family?
You know, there's something about going to that country still terrifying.
Once in a lifetime opportunity.
Hey, babe.
Like if you take a poster off the wall, they're going to keep you in a prison camp and then send you back in a body bag at some point because that's what happened to our buddy Otto.
Like you take a handful of teas from like the first tee and
yeah.
put them in your bag, and suddenly you're just apprehended.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. It'd be a scary first shot off the first tee there. I'd be a little worried.
Can you drink alcohol over there?
Dennis Rodman did very famously.
But he was also boys with the
What if-
dictator that rules the country.
What if like you're not Dennis Rodman?
Yeah.
Well,
What if you're Dorn?
Yeah.
I don't know the answer to that.
Noted,
But I know that the story goes that like all of Rodman's trips, they just get him loaded the whole time. Him and the dictator just drank nonstop, and that's a big part of of his North Korean vacation.
Problematic yet fun.
Okay.
That's tough.
Yes, I will play this golf course if given the chance.
But only if you can drink at it.
I just, some take the edge off so I don't think about like possibly getting killed.
Dylan just wipes one so far right off the first tee, just berates himself walking back to the cart.
Yeah. Yeah, that seems like it could happen.
It's like one of those days, huh?
That's in play for sure.
Yeah.
Where's
Not
that
my
cart
ball, though.
girl? I need a transfusion.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he says.
Could you drink more transfusions than Kim Jong?
Oh yeah. Well, he's a tubby fucker. I don't know. Maybe he can handle his shit.
Yeah, that's
Little
true.
rocket
He looks
man.
dense.
Yeah. That haircut is fucking awesome, too.
Dude, his fits have been crazy.
Would you wear that haircut if you got invited to North Korea?
That dude could put a fit together. Yeah,
That would be that's a tough one. If you show up in one of his little bodysuits with the haircut, like are you mocking him or are you showing reverence to him?
That's the challenge.
I don't
Kinda
think my
like
hair
Barrier
does
there
this.
as well.
Can I do this haircut
My
instead
head
of getting
can't.
faded up for the homie?
My
Does the
hair
homie even
definitely
want us
doesn't.
to get faded up, or is it like demeaning to him at this point?
He wants us to. Yeah, he actually brought it up yesterday.
I'm growing my hair out right now, so I'm not ready to get faded up.
What's going on?
I lost a bet where
Okay.
I have to get faded up and get some lines in my head for the homie.
Lit.
I don't remember why.
You want to do it with us?
Genuinely don't know.
Actually,
Yeah, I
I'm in
don't-
desperate need of a haircut.
Ooh, go to Zeke.
Who's Zeke?
Isn't that who used to do you and Brad Keys?
Zeus.
Zeus.
No, my man Casey has his own shop. Shouts to Big City Barber Shop.
There we go.
But it's too far from me now that I'm in the trip.
Did Zeke play in the most recent preseason game?
Okay. He's not on a team. Of course, you're talking about Zeke Elliott. So, no, he did not play in it. But thanks. Thank you. No, it's kind of like when second time this has come up, Micah, do you remember when the creator of Bum Fights went on Dr. Phil and he showed up in a suit identical to Dr. Phil's and shaved the bald horseshoe? And he just went out there and Dr. Phil's like, dude, get the fuck out of here.
I don't recall that.
It's
You
just-
know why he did it? Because he brought him on to like basically accuse him of exposing people for money,
Exploiting homeless people. which he
exploiting, not
definitely
exposing,
was.
exploiting, and he's like, you do the exact same thing. That's why I'm dressed as you.
There you
So that
go.
was a whole like
It's
gotcha
meta.
moment. It's pretty
Yeah.
sick.
Dr. Phil does kind of exploit people that are down bad, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Cash
That's
me
kind of the
outside.
thing about it.
If you were in a cage match with Dr. Phil, producer Micah, who wins that?
Oh, I'm taking Phil down.
He looks big.
Yeah, he's probably a large man, but he's old.
Mike has never had his back taken.
6'3".
His length doesn't scare me.
6'3". He looks like he's got that dad strength. It's a good bit.
That's the
It's a good
Bum
bit
Fights
to. It's a
hilarious
good
bit.
bit to
Yeah.
dress up like Dr. Phil.
Just
I would shave.
I don't
shaving the
know if
You know
horseshoe.
what? If I got in a situation where I was going to fight Dr. Phil McGraw, I would shave my hair to taunt him in that fashion.
I do worry that the bum fights guy doesn't have a lot of ground to stand on in terms of his argument.
Sure.
Some might say it's the pot calling the kettle black.
He doesn't
Sure.
have much of a moral high ground.
Right.
Yeah.
Noted the Bum Fights guy.
Which you actually have a better shot in a fight if you have the high ground.
Still
you know?
funny. Still nuts.
You guys ever get in a fight on like a ski mountain? You want to be uphill.
Yeah, that's
No,
true.
I can't say that I have. I did had a guy do a backflip over me in a terrain park recently.
Yeah, I
Other
guess
than
you were in a
that-
fight on the mountain, but it was just a fight for your life.
Yeah, pretty much fight for my quads as I'm pizzaing down the entire mountain. Cool show.
Micah, stop wrapping us up, dude. You're just doing the finger thing again. Like,
Yeah.
just stop.
Micah's
It's
Micah's
annoying.
over there
show, Micah.
texting.
Yeah, like we can end the show whenever we want to end the show.
It's an 88-minute
Stop.
show.
We never got that. That never worked, right? Did that ever catch on this thing?
Hey, Micah, you'd have to tell us.
It more just took me out of the mood to podcast because you were just
No,
being
I'm not
rude.
even talking about that. I don't even think you were here for it. It was one day when I was sitting in.
Oh,
It's
it
the
was-
wrap it up.
Yeah, but it's a circle, and circling back similar to touching base.
oh,
And
you want the
so-
backers to do the circle?
Yeah, the touchers to circle.
Yeah,
But
dude.
I don't think it ever caught on.
Every time we see somebody out, they always do that to us. Like, hey, it's the finger toward
Yeah,
Micah.
it's seriously,
Like,
it's
oh,
a
yeah.
craze.
I just think
Do
it's
we have a
better than
secret
saying,
handshake
"Fuck
for
you,
touching
Dorn."
base?
Yeah, but we can't reveal that.
Should we just do like?
No.
Why? That's a good
No,
handshake.
I don't wanna do
Just
that.
touch people?
Yeah, you don't like being touched.
No,
I don't either.
Dave was shaking his leg the other day under our desks, and I could feel his leg shaking on me.
Oh, sorry.
I let it ride for a little bit.
Sorry, I was
Felt
zenned out.
good.
Fucking
You took a trip to Zimbabwe?
I just doubled down on those Sixers.
Zinning.
Oh, that was fun. Did you have fun?
I'm getting hangry.
Oh, I'm getting hangry.
Did you lift? I didn't see you at the gym this morning.
Have one of his fucking tacos off his taco bar, bitch.
I went to the downtown one.
Did you?
Yeah.
Things
Because
will
I
be
did take
great.
parts to school and it was right there. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, good response.
Yeah.
I got nothing.
it was chest.
I was at the downtown one putting up big weight. I got there at 5:30 this morning. I didn't see you anywhere.
5:30. You're putting a big
I'm
weight at
spotting for
5:30.
dudes. I got there early to spot for some dudes, and then I got my own workout in.
That's very kind of you.
Mhm.
Just give your morning away to some random dudes who needed a little spot.
Will focuses on the thigh machine.
Yeah. I think it's a rising tide. So if I'm working out around like a bunch of like jack dudes,
That
I
makes sense.
consider it to be a win for myself.
What muscle group did you focus on today?
The ones in the upper body.
The ones in the upper body.
Yep.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yep. My pectoralis major.
I can tell. You look.
Hey, let's see.
Your pump is still going.
You feel that?
Good pump.
He
That was
likes
a
to be
good pump.
touched.
What kind of pre-workout are you taking these days, Will?
It's called Crazy Bitch.
Hey, you're crazy, bitch.
I'm on that preemptive war shit.
It's good.
No, I'm actually twisted off that Hunter Biden.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's not the worst name for it.
Slams Hunter Biden's laptop
Yeah.
shut.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Did you guys see that tweet about going back in time? If you ever went back in time to like World War One, you wouldn't be able to call it World War One. Rattle everybody.
Whoa.
Yeah, I watched Dunkirk. Yeah, I glaring lack of people being like, man, this World War One that we're fighting right now is fucking crazy. The hell?
Did they know it? They didn't call it like World War at the time, right?
No, maybe the Great War. The Great War was something.
I don't know. I don't know what they called it in the moment.
Like when are we gonna know if we're in World War III? Like are they gonna announce it? Like is the world power is gonna be like, all right, we're here.
I don't know if they just announce it. Maybe. I don't know, man.
Fun fact: Dunkirk's actually World War II.
I can tell you paid close attention to the movie.
I was early bird and
Yeah.
hard.
I did watch Casablanca on Early Bird. That's a fact.
Not a lot of dudes named Kirk these days. Can't name like a baby Kirk.
What about the quarterback for the Minnesota Vikings who had a big star turn on quarterback?
His name is Kirk. That's a good point, Micah.
Or where after watching quarterback, were you pro Kirk Cousins or anti Kirk Cousins?
He's much more likable to me now.
I'm gonna be nicer to him going forward in my head.
I never had an issue with Kirk Cousins.
He's a
He went
weirdo.
to Michigan State, and I support Spartans in all their endeavors. Thank you.
Okay.
Very sick.
Hey, can I while we're talking about sports?
Yeah.
Are you kidding? What are you doing?
Is that Randy's laptop?
That's my work laptop. Hey, since we're talking
Who is
sports,
Randy?
if you want to hear me talk sports, you can do that on another Grand X Media podcast, Backdoor Cover. And this is not a bit. This is a real thing. We're back.
Wow.
Just like your boy Sam Ellinger. We're back.
What?
Football season is here.
Don't do that.
Brad Key and I, Peter the Irish guy, Mitch the algorithm, the whole squad is back.
I hope that
Please subscribe now. Backdoor Cover, 3 words. Powered by MWBK Consulting and Podcast. I don't even know what that is, but it's available now.
if at some point we have to leave Grand X for whatever reason, hope you're able to take that the name of that podcast with you onto your next endeavor.
Sure.
As I'm
Yeah,
sure
I
the same will happen with this program.
I
Touching
certainly
Base.
hope so.
That'd be really cool if we could just continue to record under the name.
Oh, I'm sure if something goes wrong, everyone will get there.
Yeah.
ID for sure.
That's a real thing, though. Go to subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts.
No, yeah, not a bit.
Seriously, we're trying to get that early bird money.
There you go.
Shouts to our favorite sponsors, Early Bird.
All right.
Use promo code. Just whatever you guys use. It's fine. I'm not trying to steal your thunder.
I believe it's Backer.
We got to go. There's some good stuff trending. Bill Maher, Michael Orr, 1.21 gigawatts in McSteamy.
McSteamy.
Okay. Hey, Micah, thanks for producing.
Yeah, good job, man.
You did a great job.
Well,
Yeah,
he'd
it's my
take it.
job.
He does this all the time.
Kind of what I do.
Quite the
Yeah.
production.
Full bennies. So
Yeah.
good gig.
Okay.
Put it on a shirt.
Well, bye.
Listen, this call's about business.